Hi friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Carline. I like to do knitting and crocheting videos on my channel, and today I wanted to show you everything that I've made since I've disappeared. So if you're one of my subscribers and you've been wondering where I've been, I'm sorry. Life just got a little bit too real. The depression was just a little bit too depressing and I had to take a break. I'm back now. I can't say I'm back 100%. You're probably not gonna see me as regularly as... Marble needs to say hi as well. Yeah, was that it? Is it out of your system now? You're probably not gonna see videos of me as regularly as before I went MIA. But I'm slowly dipping my toes back into the water. I want to continue my destashing series. Yeah, I'm going to show you everything that I've made in my absence. So we're all on the same page and we can continue destashing. I left you while working on these socks, the Linnea socks. I've got one pair finished, and as you can see, I still need to make the second pair. My brain was very scrambled, very much not in knitting mode, and especially not colour work. And yes, this is very simple colour work, but my brain was not having it, so this one was just... Honestly, I don't think I've touched it ever since I left you. I don't think so. Maybe like a couple centimeters, but pretty much still in the same state as when I left you in, what was it, February. So not a lot of progress on here. Then I have been crocheting quite a lot recently. I've just been getting back into it. I actually enjoy crocheting more than I do knitting, but why are you yapping? I like the process of crocheting more, but I like the product more when it's knitted. So I usually end up knitting more than I end up crocheting, but recently I've done a lot of crocheting. So first, my little flower bouquet. I love how it looks. I'm very happy I did it, but I wouldn't do it again. It's just a little fiddly. It's not the most pleasant experience, but I am really happy with the result and that I have it now, because this has been something that I have wanted for a very long time, because as you know, I have cats and they like to eat plants and flowers. So I normally couldn't have any, but this way I can. I can't remember all the patterns I used for this bouquet. I think they were all free, but they're all linked in the Revelry project that's on my account. Yeah, they're all free, so if you really wanted to, you could make this exact bouquet, but they have lots of flower options, so it's nice to like experiment and try out all kinds of different stuff. But yeah, I really liked the end result of this. The flower bouquet was actually really good for like stash busting. I've got some leftover greens and I decided that I was gonna make a windowsill cat mat with those. So this is very much my vibe. These are my colours and I'm very happy with the result. My cats have been loving it. They have been laying on it like 24/7, both of them really like it. So this is a success. I also made one for a friend, I think in like blue purplish green colours, if I remember correctly. I'll put a picture on the screen if I have it. I already gave it to them, so I can't show you right now, but yeah, this was very lovely and a really nice project, very mindless and good for scraps. And then I needed a cardigan, and I felt inspired by the Eternal Season cardigan by You Makes. Now I don't have the pattern, so it's not representative of that, but like I saw it and I kind of figured I could figure it out without the pattern, so that's what I did. It's very inspired by her though. So yeah, if you want to make it, she has a pattern for it. I need to redo the neckline because there's like an extra row on one of the front panels. Like one of the front panels has one more row than the other, which results in this like puckering, and I only found it out after I've already did like the ribbing, the buttons, and I was already like basically finished with one sleeve. And while I was working on the sleeve, I found out that it was crooked, and I was like, it's fine, you know. You're not gonna notice that, but you do. Honestly, not that much. It probably would have been fine, but I can't just leave it like this. So I'm gonna rip out the ribbing and do the front panel differently, and then also do the decreases for the neckline a little different, with some stitches probably, because I'm not perfectly pleased with how I did this. So I want to look at it again and see if I can fix that. I did have to order more yarn for this one. I needed like 3 more balls, so I did add 150 grams into my stash with this one so I could finish it. Once it's finished, all the yarn that's in here will be taken out of stash. Almost forgot, I made birthday flags. So it was my birthday in April. I turned 22, and since I've moved, I've never like bought any birthday decorations, and I figured instead of buying this low-key kind of tacky plastic flags, I would make them myself. So I did. It's a great scrappy stash busting project. So there are some ends that still need to be woven in, but we don't talk about that. If you see any ends that need to be woven in, no you don't. No you don't. That's your eyes playing tricks on you. Did I hang it up like this? Yes, I did. So these are the flags. I think they're very festive, very fun colors. It's really hard to show them to you, show them all to you, but yeah, I think they're cute. They've got like tassels. Let me actually, like, this is what it looks like. It also sort of still needs to be blocked, which also didn't happen because I finished these on the 13th of April. No, actually that's a lie. I started these on the 14th of April, which was my birthday, and then I finished them like the day before I actually celebrated my birthday. Maybe I even finished them on the day that I celebrated my birthday. I made these flags and I'm definitely gonna whip them out next year again. I think they're very fun and quite cute. Again, very nice scrap stash busting projects. Moving on, a friend of mine had a housewarming, and like the weekend before I went over to another friend's house to de-stash their yarn, and I brought some Zeeman Julia with me to make that housewarming gift. And with that yarn I made a Willow Pillow. I already gave it to my friends, so I can't show you the finished item, but I will hopefully put on a picture on the screen so you can see what it looks like. Very nice, the making of it. It wasn't very pleasant, but it also wasn't the worst, because I did make a second one, which I will show you in a second. But yeah, I think it was nice. I made it in the largest size 3, which it definitely was smaller than I wanted it to be. I could have used thicker yarn or a bigger needle or hook, but it just worked out the way it did. It's like the perfect size to like hug it. So in the end it worked out, but at the time I was like kind of disappointed by the size. That being said, I didn't really like how it looked, so much so that I wanted one for myself, and so I made this one. So yeah, another Willow Pillow. This is actually second size, but it's the same size pillow as the one I made for my friends, even though there were like 2 different sizes of the pattern, because this yarn is thicker. The second size actually ended up being the same size as the third size with different yarn. But yeah, originally I wanted to make the third size with this one as well, but I didn't have enough yarn. And this yarn is old, like really old, so I probably wouldn't have been able to get more even if I wanted to, but also didn't really want to. So This yarn is now fully out of stash, which is a win. And yeah, I really like it. It really fits with my decor as well. Really like the colour, so I'm happy with this one. That's all the finished items. Now, I was working on a traveler's cardigan. I did the back panel, or well, the first step of the back panel, and then I went to the front, worked the front, but I'm just not happy, and I've used this yarn in so much already and I just can't figure it out. So me and Mirta decided that we're gonna yarn swap. So this yarn is actually gonna go to Mirta, and I got beautiful hand spun from Mirta herself in return. So I haven't actually weighed it yet, but I think this is about 300 grams of alpaca hand spun yarn. I freaking love this color. It's so pretty. In my dreams this would become like a beautiful cardigan, but obviously 300 grams is not gonna make a cardigan for me. So I think what I'm gonna do with this is make a Sophie shawl. If you have any ideas, let me know. It's probably like worsted weight, probably a worsted slash Aran, a little like a light Aran maybe. Yeah. But if you have any ideas, let me know. You're very welcome to share them. Oh, I do also have this ongoing crochet project, which is not fully finished, but some of them are. So I'm making plastilene flag keychains for fundraising. My friend does a lot of activism work. I offered to make some keychains for fundraising, so I made like 4 I think, or 5 maybe already, and I still have I think enough key rings to make 20 in total, so I do still need to make more, but I have already finished a couple, so that's also an ongoing project, which is annoying because if I just sat down and did this for a day it would have been finished, but I just haven't really felt like it yet. But this might be something to pick up sometime soon. So yeah, this is also yarn that's not actually counted into stash because it's acrylic yarn, and if I have leftovers after I finish all the flags, this is going to go to my mom, so it's not actually counted into stash. Other than that, I have picked up embroidery in your absence. Yeah, it's going to be a Winnie the Pooh. Let me know if you want to like actually see my progress on this as well. I also need to sew a couple of things in the future, so if those are things you find interesting, let me know and we can expand our horizons maybe. I finished April with 146 skeins. Now it's May. It's not the end of May yet, but I believe the last time I checked it was 185. No, 158. I think that's it. I hope you like this video. It's very different from what I normally do, because normally I don't do these kind of traditional podcast videos, because that's just not particularly the way I like to do it. But I still wanted to share everything that I've made, and I didn't film the making of it. But yeah, let me know what you think of my projects. Maybe what you've been up to in the past couple of months, and if you want to see more maybe sewing or embroidery content as well. And yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like me or you want to see more of me, you can subscribe, or you can follow me on Instagram or on Ravelry, where I post more frequently, or at least keep up to date with my projects. If you want to keep up to date with my projects, Ravelry is your best friend and your best bet. So yeah, I think that's it. Without further ado, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.